Can you imagine all this construction dirt ending up as golden sand for a beach in Lansing? Lisa Bierling can see it clearly. This season, the Michigan State men's basketball team endured many injuries. The fracture in Nick Ward's hand was a devastating one, but athletic trainer Nick Ritchie had a solution. You might think that when you send in your college application, it's signed, sealed, and delivered, right? Wrong. Prestigious colleges all across America are being accused of accepting students through bribery. Like, this one may reach out to you. It says wrapped up in love. This particular card and all of these cards come from the hand of an artist who lives locally.
So the hand scanning tool uses infrared and visual cameras to approximate the shape of the hand in 3D.
Nick Ritchie had a plan.
And I ended up calling material sciences, and Professor Drizal called me back within 24 hours.
And actually, someone should give the Spartan trainer a hand. He may have saved a basketball season.
Well, this would be the complete model of his hand. So this is what was captured first.
Timeout taken, minutes.
Spartan Nick Ward fractured his hand.
But for Nick, being a primary offensive and defensive threat, it was going to be a big loss for us to be without him for an extended period of time. Not just from a gameplay standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint and from a team chemistry standpoint.
Nick Ritchie's plan? To create a flexible brace for his hand.
But because it was a shooting hand, because it was a dominant hand, and because we wanted to try and bring back the student athlete as quickly and as safely as possible.
Ritchie found Dr. Tamara Reed Bush in the engineering building and asked for her help.
I said, most definitely, exclamation point.
It wasn't easy, but Dr. Bush and the rest of the engineering team designed the brace.
I think time was probably the biggest challenge.
In less than a week, the team came up with a custom brace for Ward.
It actually rides around the edge, and so that allows any force that hits the back of his hand to be distributed around this periphery rather than anything hitting the back where the surgery was at.
The collaboration was a success. Not only was Nick Ward able to play, but everyone else seemed to benefit from it as well.
So the faculty here benefit, the students benefit, and then Spartan athletics benefit. So I think it's a win-win-win situation. You can't ask for anything better than that.
In East Lansing, I'm Lauren Wallenfels, Focal Point News.
Molly's tired!
You're doing great, you're doing great.
Misty Schulters made the trip today from Southeast Michigan.
All right, guys, stand on the pads, Larry. Happy Friday!
And finds herself wrangling thousands of students in downtown Lansing for a career day.
And heck yeah! Hot dog concessions!
Which may have her dreaming of relaxing on a beach.
So anywhere we can go where there's a beach, that's phenomenal.
Right here, yep, right behind us.
That dream is becoming a reality.
So construction is going on right now, and we expect every piece of Rotary Park to be finished by August.
Behind the convention center and along Grand River, they're building a beach. Can you imagine all this construction dirt ending up as golden sand for a beach in Lansing? Lisa Bierling can see it clearly.
A little further down the way is going to be Dew Point Beach and another patio surrounding that sculpture right there.
Lisa Bierling works for the Capital Region Community Foundation. Their vision of a downtown beach park started 2 years ago.
So underneath the Shiawassee Street Bridge is going to be the hub, which stands for Happening Under the Bridge, and that is going to be a small venue for events, concerts, readings. We're changing the whole landscape of what the Lansing Riverfront looks like.
In a few months, the land along the river from the convention center to the Shiawassee Bridge will be transformed. But some aren't waiting to enjoy it. In fact, the water feels just fine right now. In downtown Lansing, Lauren Wallenfels, Focal Point News.
Anthony has a great line of cards, and I think people love his artwork.
We've all twirled the card rack in the gift store looking for that special card. And you wouldn't expect to find handcrafted cards in a cupcake shop.
It's like the kid who makes those.
We become desperate for an anniversary card or a birthday card.
For Valentine's Day, I know a lot sold because he did like a whole bunch of like really cool ones for like couples and stuff, so I think those like sold pretty well.
And sometimes that special one reaches out to you. Like, this one may reach out to you. It says wrapped up in love. This particular card and all of these cards come from the hand of an artist who lives locally.
The little people that Anthony creates are so whimsical and happy.
Stephanie Coyart knows the artist. She's Anthony's mother.
I'm 32
I'm
years old.
32 years young.
The successful greeting card artist, who is 32 years young, is Anthony Cuellar.
And the first thing I asked the psychiatrist that day when we got the diagnosis was, can you tell me anything to expect here?
At the age of 2, Anthony was diagnosed with autism.
And he said, offer him the moon and the stars like you will your other children and see where it goes.
And she did. Growing up, he was never without crayons and paper. It helped to calm him down.
We never wanted to make this a big business.
But it is. Anthony is filling the world with his gift.
We needed to just make sure that we took those baby steps along the way with Anthony to make sure that Anthony was happy with what he was doing.
Anthony goes to work. He works really hard.
Mondays,
Tuesdays, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And he's good at it.
We sell Anthony's products locally in several retail stores.
Yvonne Sampson manages the business.
Anthony Cuellar, out of autism.
And Anthony is free to create. It doesn't matter if it's a gift shop or a cupcake shop. Anthony's winter scene can warm any room, and he's doing it one greeting card at a time. Lauren Wallenfels, Focal Point News.
There's a lot of goals each week on what we want to accomplish, and then from there, what's that going to lead for next week. So that's kind of the interesting about science, is you never know where the science is going to take you.
The science at Michigan State University is taking them to marijuana, at least in this corner of campus.
Specifically, the research project we're working on right now is primarily focused on patients that have HIV.
Dr. Norbert Kaminsky and his team want to make life easier for HIV patients. They're doing it with medical marijuana.
Perhaps the anti-inflammatory activity of these molecules in the marijuana plant may actually be very beneficial to them.
This is a lab where the active ingredients of marijuana have been studied by Dr. Kaminsky's team since 1990. Here, they test the blood of the HIV patients they work with to see how the compounds within medical marijuana are affecting them.
You read sample on the plate and it measures.
The research is not without its problems, but Mike Rizzo is able to see it for what it is.
Yes, there's controversy and people have their opinions, but I try to stay more looking just at what the science is telling me.
This controversy and concern comes from a place of the unknown.
I think it's more coming from a side of people don't really know what it's doing, and so the more we can study it and the more we can learn what it does to patients and how it affects them, I think the better off it would be.
The future of cannabis in the medical world seems to have a lot of potential.
I think they're going to do really big things with this research. I know Dr. Kaminsky has been a groundbreaker for studying THC, and I think it's going to be very helpful for patients in the future.
In East Lansing, I'm Lauren Wallenfels, Focal Point News.